let's make one final push. Welcome back to Pikmin. Last time. Do I even want to talk about last time? We had an atrocious failure while also succeeding in our mission. This time, we're headed back into the forest navel, hoping that we finish up everything that there is to do here. We have 2 ship parts remaining, so let's get on with that. I have a plan today, because they're in the same location. Today's the first day in a while where we get more than one Pikmin color. So, you know how yesterday we only had reds and blues, or just the yellows and reds, actually. This time we're gonna get out a healthy amount of all 3 colors. The last 2 remaining ship parts at least require 1 of each Pikmin type. So we need at least 20 of each color, but we're bringing out as many as I can of each. So about like 30 blues, 30 reds, and 24 yellows, because we're at the limit, because I'm pretty sure yesterday we lost Pikmin. And that there's probably sprouts. Yeah, there's at least sprouts in like 4 separate locations. Oddly enough, none where the beady longlegs was. Huh. Which is surprising, because it killed a lot of them. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure the puff stool killed more. So we'll get the yellows flowered up. And get those guys ready for the day. Yesterday just reminded me just how frustrating Pikmin can be at times, but I can't help but to love the series for what it is. It's definitely, like, still frustrating at times, but you kind of can't help but to enjoy the fact that it's just this endearing. As of the time I'm recording this, Pikmin 3 Deluxe for Switch is only like a week away. And I played that on Wii U. Surprise, surprise, somebody here owns a Wii U. That's what I'm recording this game on. But I really liked it. It's still very different than what we got out of Pikmin 2 and even Pikmin in some regards. But the core gameplay is still there. It's just how you get to the goal of beating the game differs slightly. Aw, shit, you already ate a Pikmin. Oh, damn it. This is what happens when you leave enemies to their own devices. So it makes Pikmin frustrating at times. Now that we actually have Pikmin, let's throw you guys at them. And somehow miss all of them. I don't know if I've ever directly said this, or maybe I said this in like one of the earlier episodes, but if you get a direct hit on some of the smaller enemies like Shearwigs and the tiny Bulborbs, you can actually get them in one hit. No one else around here, so we'll get started on getting rid of this guy. I'm not sure if I want to do an LP of Pikmin 3 yet. Don't get me wrong, I've been liking this game, but it's for the same reasons as the other LP that I had to put on ice for now. Just the problem that it is a very graphically intense game, more so than this one, and every time I tried to record for it, footage kept corrupting. Whereas I think I only had one time where the footage was corrupting in this one, and it didn't cause, like, corruption. Or the corruption that did get into the video, it didn't actually cause problems for it. I'm now debating whether or not I just want to record the rest of that, like, other series at 480p and then just upscale it to 1080, because I know it won't look the best, but when I'm just trying to make videos for fun, it might be the only way I can get stuff done. I think while they're breaking down that wall, I think we're gonna actually head out and just look for some of those sprouts, because if we're not doing anything else, and those 2 ship parts are gated behind that one gate, doy, herder, we basically have nothing to do except maybe just go for those Pikmin. Time management, in the loosest sense. Some of you became sprouts. There were 4 of you in there. That equates to around 5 Pikmin at that one area. So after like 30 Pikmin lost, or more, we gained 5 of them, and... Huh. If I just waited just a few seconds later, I could have actually gotten flowers out of those guys. They're already done. Not bad. You're on the way, so we can just grab you while we're at it. And chuck Pikmin as we constantly forget to distance ourselves from the Pikmin, or they get caught in the radius for us, like, being able to throw the Pikmin and plucking the Pikmin. Over here, this is why I want the reds, because while it doesn't take reds to actually reach the ship parts, we are traversing through fire, and this is the only means to get back to the ship, for example. So the reds are going to be the carriers for this mission. As such, you can see that the 2 ship parts are after that bridge and beyond that corridor. This corridor has fire, therefore the red Pikmin. I'm going to use our disco light of a cursor. Try to see that underneath all this is just mushrooms and nothing else. Bioluminescent mushrooms, I might add. You know, I keep forgetting, like, what causes bioluminescence, and the only thing I could think of might be, like, something called luciferin, and I'm trying to figure out if that's actually right. You guys are almost done. What the? I never realized that. Olimar just does a little dance as he, like, because he has to follow the cursor. It's actually kind of funny. Oh, what were we talking about? Was I talking about luciferin again? Feature me. If you can figure out what that compound actually is, let us know. Indulge me in scientific information. Alright. You guys have to go up here. So as you can see, there is a ship part right at the top there, and drowning Pikmin in that pool. You weren't supposed to do that. But we can't get up there. However, there's a geyser in this puddle, and we brought blue Pikmin. The blue Pikmin can safely break that geyser, bring us up here, and now we can start tossing Pikmin. We can only toss yellows up here because the reds couldn't have made them. Also, I'm surprised none of you actually drowned. That is a surprise. I'm surprised none of you guys fell off there, too. Huh. Call you guys back. Call the yellows back. Let's start tossing reds at them. 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. I found my Libra. My daughter gave this to me. It's named after astrological sign. My sweet little girl. I wonder what she's doing right at this moment. She's probably not worrying about you, because as a former rebellious teenager, I've noticed I only started really caring about my parents until, like, after being 16. Granted, we also don't know what age Olimar's daughter is. I don't think it actually ever got brought up in the series at all. Like in the series, it's confirmed he has a wife, a daughter, and a son, but other than that... Did you really trip? I'm not going back for you. Now that we're over here, we have another ship part. I found my analog computer. This computer conveys the kind of vague data that falls outside the range of ones and zeros. Actually, to be honest, it's a little bit too vague, so it isn't very helpful. Yeah, I can see that. I don't want to say that computers aren't help. You died to fire, didn't you? Okay, maybe I should have returned to go get them. What was I getting at? Oh yeah, computers. Yeah, computers aren't very reliable half the time, I've noticed. One of my friends, she hates her computer because her computer does not have, like, a professional version of Windows 10. It has Windows 10 Home, I think. And from what that friend has been saying to me, it sounds awful, because apparently she didn't want that installed onto her device, and it's been lagging her computer badly ever since an update. I wish I could help with that, because I took a class in, like, computer operating systems, but, I barely got out of that class with my life, so, like, I still passed and got, like, the elective and everything. Or, not the elective, but, I really can't think of what it's called at the top of my head. Future me. Credit. There we go. I got the credit for that class anyway, because I still passed. Not with flying colors, but passed. But, I still don't feel comfortable helping, because they... Instead of making us do, like, a lot of Windows stuff, they made us, like, do a lot of Linux stuff. And that's not to say that Linux is bad, because Linux is really good. But for the average gamer, you're not going to care about it, because rarely any games are supported or have Linux support, so you tend to not care about it that much. We have those two ship parts in lockdown. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Damn it. Guess we'll give that to the blue to make up for that. Yeah, we'll get that yellow. I guess with the mad loss we got yesterday, I guess the plan for the rest of the day is to just grab more Pikmin. Like, we're not going to run out of Pikmin anytime soon, but after the catastrophic losses of yesterday, I thought we might as well. You know, just a calm after a storm. And also a calm before the storm, because we're getting close to the end. We have only one ship part if we get these two back to the ship tonight, or today. That is 4 reds. Huh. I have a yellow. Or I have 3 yellows, so I can actually toss a yellow Pikmin to there. Just trying to get everyone in. Libra, my daughter gave this to me. My late return must have her very worried. Or not. We don't know that. 28 out of 30. And we're very close to getting this guy back to base. Analog computer. This strengthens the outward emotions of the dolphin's computer. While it does make the computer smart, it makes it quick to anger. Just like my boss. Oh. That's 29 out of 30 parts, increasing the dolphin's capabilities. My search can now cover a wider area. That's the last of you. Yeah, we'll give these to the reds. I guess on one final topic for the day, there was something we never got to do, and this is what I'm going to refer to as the super bosses. There are 3 enemies we have yet to encounter inside of the main LP. There are 3 boss-like enemies that we've never fought. Because I want to complete this LP as soon as I could, I elected not to do them during the main game. However, as soon as the final episode arrives, I will be doing the final episode, or after the final episode, I should say, I will be covering all 3 of them in a bonus video. That's how I'm planning on showing what I'm referring to as the super bosses. They're not... Okay, one of them is hard to beat. But the other ones aren't too bad. And I don't even know if you can even call them bosses to begin with. But that's how it is. There are no Pikmin left behind, as far as I'm aware. They're all heading back to base now. Except for these guys. Or never mind, maybe there are some English. Maybe there are some stragglers. But that's it. We technically have all ship parts required to get home now. The last ship part we need isn't required, but it gets us the good ending, which is what we're going to attempt to do tomorrow. It's been a long ride getting here, but tomorrow's already the end. Kinda went on really quickly. Kinda wish we had more time and not having to have a day limit so we can spend more time with these Pikmin, but we need to get home. We never have to see you ever again for the rest of this LP. 12 days since impact. At last, but a single ship part remains. Since I've recovered 29 of the missing parts, the Dolphin's power is near capacity. In the forest depths below, I see a region where the final part must lie. Clearly, this is my final trial. My life support system fails in 18 days. Courage! We only spared 52 today. Bring our total up to 918. And we lost 3. We didn't quite make up for the 68 lost yesterday, but we're still in a good position. Next time on Pikmin, we head on over to the final trial. See you guys then. Or, that's what I'm gonna say, but when you get all 29 ship parts, before heading on to the last level, you get these meteorites. Now, I'll see you guys then.